Hey guys, so now I kind of wanted to break into Follow Up Boss a little bit further and really look at it as to how you're going to use it. And that all starts with this people screen. This is basically what the screen looks like for every single one of your contacts on your different lists and within the system. So I like to explain this in three sections or look at it in three sections. This is the first section, second section, and third section. And we're going to start by explaining number 2, moving on to number 3, and then we'll go into number 1, and you'll see why in just a minute here. So right up front and center, you can see this text box. And this text box will allow you to leave notes. You can send an email. You can text someone if you're an agent. Lenders can't do that. And you can also log a call. So, yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward. So, and you can also add things called mentions. So, for example, Rob is within our system, so I can say, hey, Rob, check this. I don't know why my K isn't working. And that'll notify Rob in his inbox. Like I said, you can send an email. We have templates, so you can just quickly use a template for one that you know. Or you can put one in yourself. If you're an agent, you can text. You'll have your own specific number. And you can also log the call. If you're calling from the app, it'll do that for you. And then it basically does all the threaded information. So this is all time-lapsed. So the very bottom is the first thing that happened. The very top is the last thing that happened. You can choose what you see by just texts, activities. So when your website is connected, House Changer is, it'll show the different activities that happen on the website, or you can just show all. This will also show you the open, when they last opened it. If they clicked on a link, it'll show you. Here you can see I have 3 opens, and it shows every single one of them. So that is section number 2. Section number 3, these will go in between person to person. You can add tasks, so this is actually very quick. You can hit follow up in a week, and now it'll show in your calendar on that tasks area I showed you in the last video. It will populate that task, which is pretty cool. You can also add a custom task name, and you can assign someone else a task. So let's say, Rob, you talk to the lead and they need to hear something from Matt. Well, you can probably do a mention, and you can also assign a task if it's something that is required. Appointments, so this is where you can set an appointment with people. This is actually sent to their email, and they accept through Google Calendar or through Microsoft, whichever one they have, but it is an actual invitation that they can accept. Files, you can add files, which is pretty cool. We can just add, for example, that. And so if anyone who has access to this account, they can now see the file. Deals, we're not really there yet, but we can add deals. Collaborators, I'm not going to get into. And then action plans. Action plans are basically drip campaigns that happen automatically, and it's more than just email. You can add tasks in there too, so if there's a common standard of different things that you have to do, you can make them tasks so everyone will follow up with it and kind of be guided. You can add action plans from here. Obviously we have a lot, and this is something I'll help you understand as we go. But yeah, that's action plans. And let's just say once one is added, so this is sending to me, so it's okay. Now it's running. Now you can pause it. That's simple. We can't get, as far as I can tell, we can't get rid of it. Not yet, at least. And then last section, section number 1. So this is pretty straightforward. It shows my name, when the last communication was, and that is an actual communication. That's not a drip campaign. So if they were to respond back to you, that will be considered a last communication. If an email is sent automatically, that's not a last communication. Obviously, it gives you all the information. Once you find out their address, you can put it in here. There's different stages. As you can see, we haven't really gotten into them, so we'll get there. But this will eventually help you kind of understand or prioritize the hotness of the lead, if you will, and like where they are with the stage, just at a quick glance. The source will be dependent on the source. Agent, so this is the agent assigned. It's going to be me, or we can assign Matt. And lender, the only lenders we have is going to be Rob. And then tags. So think of tags. As you can see, there's a lot of them. Think of them as basically little attributes that you can assign to a character or a lead profile, and that'll help you kind of understand, get a quick idea of their picture. And we can also use those tags to start specific action plans and lead routing. But most importantly for you, it's going to be those smart lists. If you remember, I had house to sell, yes. That was on that smart list because of that tag. So here you can see we get quite a few tags when someone fills out the survey. And you can sort and search people with these tags. Custom fields down here. This is something that you can add as you go. It'll actually do a social media profile poll. So this, I believe, is from my LinkedIn, which is pretty cool. And if you want to add someone new, you just click this button up here and quickly add them in. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to understand. If you want to see what's going on with the plan, you can quickly hit view and see what is happening with the action plans, and you can read and kind of understand what's going to happen across the lifespan of this relationship. So yeah, that's it for the lead profile.